So it's Dominique and Alex back to bring you some more commentary and sass around episode 3 of Rupaul's Drag Race season 8. Whoop! Is exciting. So a lot went on this week. The mystery was solved as to who was coming back, and you can imagine our excitement when we saw it was just Naysha Lopez. Great.
Why?
Why? You beautiful. You beautiful. We got it. However,
gorgeous.
Am I scared of looking at you? Yes, and I only looked at you for like one episode and I Meet the Queens.
See, and for me, like the Meet the Queens were basically like an episode in itself, because it was like the 3 minutes that we watched of Naysha Lopez were basically enough for me. They really were.
Forever.
Yeah, and it's
you
like
we never say anything else, and I'd be like, yeah, I get Naysha Lopez. Let's see where she's coming from.
For them to bring her back, and a solid week of, oh my gosh, who are they bringing back? Is it gonna be Kelly Mansell?
Victoria Parker.
Could it be Nicole Page Brooks?
Princess.
Like all these queens that went early were all so excited. Like, who could it possibly be? Nobody thought it could be Naysha Lopez. Nobody that didn't like.
No one asked for this. No one, and she deserved to go. She gave herself a hog body and nobody cared.
Exactly. It's like she did learn to sew. She gave herself a hog body. She was like a gator fan.
Getting the fruit.
Exactly. She was like a alligator in the lip sync. They sent her home for amazing reasons, and I don't understand.
You look like one of those greater than and less than symbols. You remember that game where you were like the alligator, you had to eat the smaller number? Naysha Lopez at her lip sync.
Oh, it was terrible. Of all the queens they could have brought back, and I'm sorry, you don't send a queen home and bring her back 2 episodes later, unless it's Carmen Carrera, which nowadays would still probably annoy me, but back then I was cool with it, because, you know, go Heathers.
We had our little mini challenge, right? So
I was going to say Judge Rudy presiding.
Judge Judy turned. And I thought it was really funny that, like, the queens got to all write their own bios.
That was fun.
Because I like seeing the law schools that they said they went to, or, like, the verdicts. Like, I thought it was super, super stupid, lost in translation, where Santi Ali said that she legalized sex, and they were like, they just looked at each other like, was sex illegal before you were in church?
Can we talk about this for 2 seconds? Some of the queens they got on this show, I'm like... You mean like sex with
residing in the neighborhood of Make Believe, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, because sex probably isn't legal there.
Right? I'm like, are you talking like sex in like a public park? Sex on the roof of a hotel?
Sex in the car?
Sex with like the Supreme Court justices? Like, what exactly are you legal? I don't understand.
And then we had Naomi Smalls, who looked like a tall drink of chocolate milk in her little judge's robes.
I didn't mind it.
And she was just funny. I like that lip pops or mouth pops. I don't know. I've never been hood enough to do like a mouth pop that did anybody justice. Like,
I love the mini challenges. I don't really. Some of them looked a hot mess, but I feel like when you only have 30 minutes to like prepare for a challenge or something, it's like I can either make this really ratchet and hopefully funny, or I can try and make this pretty and most likely fail with very few exceptions.
Like Bob did it well, so he was the Tyler Perry online school of I can do law all by myself.
That was fantastic. That was fantastic.
Derek Barry flipped his face so hard he almost knocked his wig off his head.
That was fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic.
The wig needed to come off. Like I really wanted to see that bobby pin just pop and just.
I know. You wanted that scene in Tu Wong Fu where Patrick Swayze looks like he's about to like whoop some ass and then just snatch and he's just there.
And like, huh. Obviously Naomi Smalls won the challenge, but then why does Naysha Lopez get to saunter her raggedy ass back in the workroom and be a team captain? Don't even know anybody anymore. You've been gone for 2 days.
Well, in other seasons, it's usually like they wait long enough so they can be like, I feel as though I've sent home one of my girls too early. And it's like, she couldn't even say that, because 1, they'd only sent home 3 queens. And 2, well, no, if you don't count the 2 queens that went home earlier, they'd only sent home Naysha. So it's like, no, can we start missing her for those viewers, since I can't even say those of us. Yeah, absolutely not. I was not missing her. I felt they were justified in sending her home, and yeah, bringing her back, I was like, RuPaul's Drag Race, you finally get it right on the first episode, and then you're just kind of like, just kidding. No.
Also, like, what do you think of Acid Betty's little mini read? Like, let's all just be rude to her when she gets back. Bitch, is this 5th grade PE? Because I don't care enough.
Prior to it being Naisha, I would have been like, you have fun with that. Say, let's just be mean to her. I'm like, so you're just going to treat her like you treat everyone else?
So it's going to be the same.
So basically, you're just gonna be Acid Betty, and you just want all of us to be shitty as well. Until Naisha Lopez walked through the door, and I was like, oh yeah, no, yes,
You're
everyone.
Team Acid Betty. Let's get a T-shirt.
So we go into the main challenge, which is basically a RuPaul's version of Empire, which is a show much like Orange is the New Black that I had told myself for months, you need to watch it. Everyone's talking about it. It's supposed to be really good. I never watched it, so a lot of the references just went purely above my head. But it was still pretty great to watch with some of the queens. Overall, acting challenges in RuPaul's Drag Race, I'm usually just kind of like, okay. I always feel like we never know if it's, oh, this queen just did really well with her little segment, and you never know, like, was that her first attempt? Was that her 50th attempt? And then the queens that are, like, doing really poorly, you wonder, was that her first attempt? Was that her 50th attempt? Because there have been a lot of queens where, like, over the years, like, you know, you just hear, if you read on social media, it's like, yeah, I maybe got 3 chances with that, and apparently I was supposed to master it by the second. What? And
but it's like how even, because like they give you a couple hours to get this shit down.
Exactly. And granted, that's the point. Like, they want to throw challenges at the queens that they can rise to the occasion for, and that's fine. I love Kimchi. I think she's gorgeous, and she's a terrific makeup artist. That walk in episode 1, the rhythm in episode 2, and then I'm sorry, they tried to be creative with the editing, where they're like, hi, everything that you're doing is bad, but just throw in a couple, and suddenly it's genius. And I'm like, I'm glad RuPaul and Faith...
No, it's still terrible. You're doing a terrible job, and what I need you to do is show me that you can do something other than look sickening.
Yeah. Sorry. They give Kimchi the edit that somehow by... I'm talking like this, and talking in this register, which Acid Betty called, and nobody
said anything.
Nobody gave that anything. And
when Acid Betty is my Greek course, I'm kind of pissed off sound like that hoe either.
Exactly.
We obviously had our saviors in like Thorgy and Bob,
who
had the big cookie parts, but also just turned the challenge out. Like, they were able to take their roles and be funny, and I feel like almost everybody else in the challenge either got stuck not knowing what their role was. Like, how would Derek Barry know what a militant black queen feels like?
Right. And I'm like,
honestly, you having that part was kind of shade.
Some of the queens that they were painting up to be so great and amazing, I'm just kind of like, meh.
You suck.
I'm like, yeah, I'm not saying you terrible. I'm not saying I could do it better. I'm just saying, meh.
I'm just saying I don't have enough emotion about you to care.
In this episode, we actually got the surprise that they were going to be doing roller skating on the main stage.
Because somebody knows my heart. Because somebody listened to my heart and was like, these bitches need 4 wheels.
Apparently, I went to World of Wonder. I went to the studios of Logo. I left my diary opened to the correct page in front of the right producer who was desperate for good ideas, because that was everything that I've ever wanted on the runway. Whoever came up with that idea absolutely earned their Christmas bonus. Like, they if they're not making at least 10 grand more a year for that idea, I don't know what. That all being said, I think maybe just they didn't have a whole lot to go off of. Other than it being on roller skates, as far as the outfits, it was probably the least overwhelming runway in the history of the show. Like, most of those outfits did absolutely nothing.
I liked Thorgy, but it was the disco queen. But as I said before, I need to see her something other than those Afro wigs, because I feel like the Afro wigs just, like, they're great. I need to see you in something else other than the Afro wig. I mean, this is something that happens. Like, we're talking about versatility. We're talking about the talent. But Thorgy has the talent. Georgie has Thorgy.
She does.
Thorgy has the comedy. She has the full package.
She does.
And an Afro wig. And I'm just ready to see the Afro wig.
Take a hike. It's interesting because I feel like in a lot of seasons we see a lot of girls who only wear like the big like Texas blowout giant wigs, and some seasons where the girls only wear like the straight wigs,
the silky straight.
Exactly.
Like, you know.
So I absolutely agree with you, but at the same time I feel like I don't really mind it because it's like, well, we have queens that always have like big hair, like the pageant girls, and then you have some of the girls who always wear a particular type of wig. So I don't necessarily mind. Would I absolutely love to see Thorgy try and do Glamazonian?
A short wig, maybe, or like something a little more glamorous.
Sure.
I mean, that's the thing I look for. Like,
Yeah.
I like, and Naomi Smalls, and how she is the model, and she is the model, and
she is the model.
And that we have to now clock you, although you're one of my faves. I'm a huge fan of Naomi Smalls. I love everything about what she's got going on.
Yeah.
But you wore a leather bikini on the runway, and if I clocked Derek for wearing a bikini, I'm definitely going to clock you for wearing a bikini on the runway. That was leather. It had nothing to do with roller girl. It had nothing to do with roller skates.
Yeah.
You just look sick because your body is sick. And, like, how does that help us? Like, we need to see you do more than just be the beautiful queen that you are. Bikini.
Like, I can forgive that bikini before I can forgive Derek Barry's bikini, where it was a design challenge and she was supposed to construct and build something. But even still, it's like, I love Naomi Smalls, but it's like, every week I just know she's going to have a beautiful wig, her makeup is going to be fantastic, and then, like, the outfit she's wearing is going to be cool, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it's weird, because at first I was kind of, like, entranced. Like, for lack of a better word, like, you look stunning, you look gorgeous, and you're not padding, you're not contouring, but I'm kind of like, I think I kind of want you to now, because now it just seems, before when it was kind of cool, now it just seems like almost lazy.
I'm sad that I like Bob's robot suit, but I'm sad that his Transformer didn't work out.
That would have been so cool if that had worked out. Oh my gosh. I didn't love too many of the outfits. I really didn't. A lot of them just kind of seemed sort of hodgepodged and thrown together. I did like that Derek Barry put forth like a huge effort on her dress. I thought it was way too wide, but the effort was made. And I can look at that and be like, Derek Barry, are you slowly growing on me?
You've never seen Derek Barry twice in one episode. I'm going to point it out. I actually thought Derek Barry put a lot of effort in. Like, was it my fave? No. But was she giving me something? Yes. Yeah. And I can respect the queen who's going to give me some fucking effort and come up with something interesting and wear it. Like,
yeah. I'm not as critical of Derek Barry as I have been in the last few episodes, and I feel like
it's an improvement.
I know. I was going to say, I hate when I'm not consistent. Most of the other outfits, I was kind of like, haha, you're really boring. Your outfit is terrible. And then, haha, why did they bring you back?
I remember, I like the Naysha Lopez fell on her ass.
Bob the Drag Queen and Thorgy Thor were clearly the top two of the episode, which was awesome and amazing and well-deserved. And we ended up having Robbie Turner, Derek Barry, and our beloved Cynthia Lee Fontaine in the bottom. I found it to be absolutely fascinating that in the episode where we surprisingly have a drag queen who boasts her talent for roller skating, and how during her runway, we kind of barely got to see any of her moves. It was just kind of when she was turning is when they give us 2 seconds. My point being, I love how once she's in the bottom two, it's like, do you want to lip sync on your shoes or do you want to lip sync in roller skates? And it's like, oh my god.
What question is that?
Really? So clearly they just wanted to have the very first and probably only runway or lip sync in roller skates. So I kind of felt like Robbie Turner, I don't think really deserved to be in the bottom, but you know she was put there because she's a roller skate.
That bitch roller lip sync.
I love that she took out some lights. That absolutely was everything.
I mean, if you're gonna let me be on a stage in roller skates, I need you to be prepared for me to jump off the stage and do something stupid because you've given me a palette to fall on. I'm probably also gonna break some lights because stopping is harder.
Absolutely put her in the bottom two because they wanted someone to lip sync in roller skates and to sell it.
Right.
And
they knew that she could because she obviously has the talent to rock those skates and a little star booty.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't mind it so much, but yeah, it's great that we got to see a lip sync in roller skates, so it served its purpose. But even still, I felt terrible for Cynthia because it's kind of like,
yeah, my Santiali. How are you supposed to compete with somebody who's speeding around the stage on rollers?
On rollers.
Both of you got to skate, or both you got to take them off. I really don't think it should have been an option, because then at least you have the mobility to compete. Because like, other than taking off your clothes and showing that you have real tits, how are you going to get the camera's attention?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say she could have
in that terrible outfit.
I want to disagree, but I can't. It's one of those ones where it's like she could have worked that cuckoo of hers. I don't even know, but yeah, it was really sad because I thought in my head, I don't see Cynthia staying in this lip sync, and I don't think there could have been a whole lot more she could have done.
Yeah, like she did a perfectly good lip sync. Like she did her best. Like it wasn't a bad lip sync on her part, but how are you going to get any camera time when somebody else is rolling around the stage?
Yeah.
This is unfair. Can I only get one Puerto Rican at a time? And if I only get one Puerto Rican at a time, can I keep the one that I like?
Thank you. It's hard for me to even like truly have like a top 3 at this point, because this episode just made me go, man, I hoped they just lost a lot on the cutting room floor, because I'm like, Kimchi's kind of fallen out of my top 3. Like, Thorgy's kind of not only gone into my top 3, but she's like maybe an inch of a...
She jumped right into second place for me.
Yeah, she's like maybe an inch off of a lace front below Bob right now. And even Bob has his limitations, I can tell. They haven't happened yet. But
they haven't happened yet, but I can tell that when it comes to like something super glam, posh, makeup even maybe, that Bob may have a harder time.
Yeah. Naomi maintains a spot in my top 3 just for the sheer fact that while she doesn't kill all the challenges, she still is able to like hold her own. Yeah, as far as we can tell.
And stay in her lane and do what she does well. I just want to see her do more.
Exactly.
So, like, I completely agree. Like, my top 3 has definitely changed. Like, Kimchi has definitely fallen into the pool of Acid Betty and people who are like, you do a perfectly fine job, but, like, I don't care to see if you have any more talent, because I feel like I've already got your number.
Yeah, this may surprise at least you. I feel like Acid Betty is slowly starting to climb the ranks for the pure reason that she tends to say what I'm thinking.
Yeah, she's become the Greek chorus, which I don't like, because I like my Greek choruses to be people that I love and I stand for. But she has been, like, she was a little bit of a bitch last week when it comes to her and Chi-Chi's reaction. But in this episode, she was just saying all the shit that we all felt. And it was like, well, girl, yeah.
Yeah. Could she be more tactful? Sure. Would I like her more if she was? Absolutely. What I find fascinating is I feel like Michelle keeps issuing these challenges like, you're too good. It's like when they told Chad Michaels, you're too polished. And it's like...
That's the f***ing point, bitch.
Is this a bad thing? Like, how is this... Oh, I'm too good. Okay. So...
Okay, yeah, duh.
Keep up the good work, or tell me something specific that I need to change. Otherwise, just admit that you don't like me. Done. I feel like the vacancy created by Thorgy moving up and Kimchi moving down, I feel like my honorary mention spot might be going to Acid Betty. Her outfits are slowly, kind of like Naomi, they're kind of becoming a bit routine. So I'd really love it to see Acid Betty shake it up. I also feel like that spot could potentially go to Chi-Chi for the sheer fact that she seems to be holding her own.
She's holding her own.
She's holding her own. I feel like she might be like the Southern Jocelyn Fox of season 8, where you kind of like saw her early and you were like, she's probably not going to make it too far. And I feel like
you're like, okay,
yeah. Yeah, I feel like Chi-Chi, if she doesn't go in the next 2 episodes, I feel like she could go maybe as far as like top 5, possibly. She's going to kind of like coast. I don't see her in the top 3. I don't see her in the top 4. So I'm thinking maybe 5th or 6th.
5th or 6th. I can definitely see that for her.
Robbie Turner, I want them to show...
Robbie Turner, I want to see you more, but to be perfectly honest, you haven't shown me anything that I care about enough. Like, you know, the runway look was good, but then you're doing the 70s hair, but you're still doing the high brow. You're still staying very much in your character, but I feel like, do I even like your character? I feel like it's been done before, and it's been done a little bit better.
Yeah. Part of me feels that she does have her limitations, but part of me also feels like, you know, I don't feel like they're showing us, like, even the good stuff, because she wouldn't still be there if there was anything good. But it's like, you know, they show Acid Betty having her bitchier moments because a lot of Drag Race fans like that. And then like I feel like each of the queens have something about them that they show that kind of is like, yeah, I like that about that queen. That's why I like that queen. I don't feel like we're getting any positive aspects of Robbie Turner. And
I feel like Robbie Turner even has some good reads that they just don't really let us see.
Exactly. So that's one of those ones where I'm like, it makes me feel that Robbie Turner's not long for the competition just because they don't show us a whole lot. So I don't know. I think we have some groundwork for what could potentially be a very interesting rest of the season. So,
well, thanks again for watching. If you're still watching at this point for episode 3, especially with our late episode 2, sorry, no shade. We just had to work with what we had to work with. But if you like the show, please keep watching. Please tell your friends. Please subscribe. And if you have any notes for us, like leave them in the comments. Like we've gotten a couple, and I feel like we definitely say, "Oh, you think you should do this? Fine, bitch. That's what I'm going to do." So if you have any comments like that, just let us know. And
let us know. And obviously, anything that we say, we do say with a level of respect for the queens. We're not really coming for any of them. We understand that what they do is not easy. Thank you guys for watching. We're having a lot of fun putting these together. We hope that you're having fun watching them. All 17 of you who are watching them. Yeah, feel free, spread the gospel, do what it do, and bye guys.